Welcome to this edition of Media Minute. For this episode, we're talking about a new Galaxy Quest, a trailer for Them, City of Lies, and also some of our favorite B movies. We'll be back right after this. Welcome to Media Minute. I'm Michael Forward.
I'm Chris Raczkowski.
And I'm Rachel Edge.
And we're kicking things off by talking about, it's an old favorite for me, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, such a good movie.
Yeah, they have a new movie in the works. Interesting thing, they were actually working on a TV series for a little while, Amazon was. And then, of course, Alan Rickman passed away, so they just kind of, put the shutters on it because Alan Rickman was a big part of Galaxy Quest. By Grab Thor's Hammer, What a Sale, or whatever it is. According to an interview with Sigourney Weaver, they're working on it. And, of course, they're saying, we can't replace Alan Rickman, but it'd be interesting to see what they do with it.
So they are looking to get the original cast?
Yeah.
Nice.
It sounded like from what the article said that everybody was kind of on board, including Alan Rickman before he passed.
Well, when they were doing the TV show, everyone was on board for it, but then, of course, we lost Alan, so...
Yeah. It kind of sounded like they were going to, pass the torch on to,
It could be. I mean, a lot of the actors are getting up there.
Yeah.
I mean, Galaxy Quest was 99, and, everybody was kind of...
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it was 99.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, yeah, but it's weird to think about, because I think, the 90s were 10 years ago? It's actually.
For me, the 80s were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You'll never convince me otherwise.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to think like that. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it should be good. I don't know what they're going to do, though. I'm curious. It sounds like they have to rewrite a lot.
Well, it's one of my favorite sci-fi comedy movies.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Also, checked out a trailer for a movie called Them. It's kind of a 1950s psycho horror by the looks of it. Not a lot of info on the plot. There's a bunch of shots of a family moving to a 1950s neighborhood. I think seems to be a lot of that going on now. People seem to be revisiting kind of the idyllic 50s and kind of exploring that a little bit more.
I got a lot of Get Out kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I did too, yeah.
From the trailer.
I enjoyed what they showed in the trailer because it's it gave me a little bit of what is this about, but it also didn't give too much away because it was just the music and the shots, right?
Yeah, there was no dialogue or anything.
And I prefer trailers like that because I feel you don't get a ton from it, but you also it's enough to put a bug in your head to be hey, you want to check this out now.
Yeah, it's enough to be curious about it at least anyway.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it should be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a lot of Get Out vibes too.
For sure.
I agree.
For sure. Next up, Johnny Depp is in something.
Yay!
It's
so
the trailer for City of Lies, which is about the death of Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good.
I'm excited. Sorry, go.
No, you
No, Canadian standoff,
Canadian
go.
standoff. Wasn't there a documentary or something a few years? I feel I've kind of seen something similar recently.
Yeah, I think.
And I can't place it.
Yeah, I was looking through the comments of the trailer, and one of the comments mentioned, I think it was Amazon. They did a documentary about it, and they had all the original investigators and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's people were oh, I'm still gonna check it out though because Johnny Depp.
For sure.
I don't know. Johnny Depp's not really a big selling point for a movie like this. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Johnny Depp wasn't in it, I'd still want to see it just as bad.
Oh, for sure. But
it still looks good.
But yeah, the actors though in it, they got some pretty heavy hitters. Forrest Whitaker's in it too.
Forrest Whitaker, yeah.
Or Whitaker, sorry, my bad. And it's it looked like they actually got quite a few nominees for it. I think he actually won an award, a global, or
Golden Globe.
That's it, global. They won global. And then Johnny Depp also got a nomination for that as well. But apparently they filmed this 3 years ago. They're just releasing it.
Yeah,
now.
It's one of those movies that's been stuck in limbo for a while. Yeah.
I'm kind of happy they're finally releasing it though. It looks really good.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see.
Straight Outta Compton was good.
Yeah.
That was an awesome movie.
I really like that one.
But also when you
the same topic sort of.
Yeah. Well, when you have basically a clone of Ice Cube.
Yeah, his kid
playing
looks so
Ice
much
Cube.
Like it's uncanny.
It was I saw him oh, it's Ice Cube, and I was that's not Ice Cube. Ice Cube is too old to look that young.
As much as I'm going to enjoy watching this, all I can think of though when I hear Biggie Smalls is the South Park episode where Biggie Smalls is the Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah.
If you say Biggie Smalls in a mirror, in the dark 3 times, Biggie Smalls shows up.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to be checking that one out. I also dug up a documentary on Doug Jones.
My favorite guy.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Oh, I'm so excited. That was such a good one.
It's called Man Behind the Masks. I can't say masks. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll edit it.
Yeah, edited it. If you're edited it. But yeah, it's pretty cool if you're like a fan of like creature effects and creature actors. It's a short documentary. It's only like 25 minutes or something like that. But they interview Doug and he talks about how he got started in the business, and they interview Del Toro and why Del Toro uses him a lot for like the creature effects and stuff. He actually got to start in miming.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. I didn't realize that before.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I guess that's part of the reason he got so many parts, though, is because he was a mime and he was able to do like the really good, like that stuff. But he was also a contortionist as well. So he's able to like twist himself in ways that are like not humanly normal.
He's done like so many things that you didn't realize it was him.
Yeah.
Like the old McDonald's commercial with like the Moon Man. I had no idea that was him. And the zombie from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. I didn't know it was him either.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I've always loved Doug Jones. Like my biggest goal in life is to like write a script and have Doug Jones as one of my one of the creatures and stuff, because he's just such an incredible actor.
So Doug, if you're out there, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, my sister has him following her on her art account.
Oh,
I was like, hey, create a creature. I'll write a script. We already got him. Let's just do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, no. As much as like I'm not a huge fan of the new Star Trek Discovery.
I haven't even looked at it. No interest.
He is the highlight of that.
Oh, he's in that.
That series, yeah.
Yeah, he plays one of the aliens.
Yeah, he plays like a alien lieutenant, and
to be his thing.
that does a fantastic job. Like I said, it's the highlight for me for that series.
Like watching that documentary, I think the one thing that like actually kind of made me mad was like how the reporters were like interviewing him, being like, "Oh, what's it like to like work with Jonah Hill and all these big stars?" He's like, "You're joking, right?" I'm like, "Do you not know who you're talking to? Like this guy's literally been almost every movie monster in like current generation."
Yeah, like I spend the majority of my day in spandex covered in ping pong balls.
Yeah. But like
he does it well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he gets enough love, to be honest.
And the fact that he got like overdubbed for like a few movies.
I think he said 3 times, because one was for Pan's Labyrinth. He did learn Spanish to do it.
It was because it was Spanish.
Yeah,
that
right?
makes sense.
And then there was another one too. What was it? Oh, Hellboy.
Yeah.
Abe, the first movie. But Del Toro was like, "Hey man, I know that we dubbed you in the first movie, but if we do another one, we'll use your voice." And so like the second movie was actually Doug Jones.
Yeah.
Which I thought was nice. I was like, "Yay. He's finally getting it."
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was like I said, for like 24 or 25 minutes. They packed a lot in. And, like I said, it's on YouTube. Just search for Man Behind the Masks.
If you're into mimes,
yeah,
that's a weird pursuit. When I grow up, I want to be a mime.
Well, he kind of like fell into it. He was going to college, and then
for what?
I don't know.
I think it was like It was some sort of
it was
like artistic.
I think it was like fine arts or something. I can't quite remember, but he like literally fell on it, and he was like, "You know what? I'll give it a go." And then he went into it, and then he was like, "I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff," and it actually opened quite a few doors for him: commercials, like movies, like everything.
Yeah. And you can see it. It makes sense for what he does, because he does like a lot of like fluid hand movements and stuff in the actual movies. So
was he in Grinding Nemo?
He was.
He was Nemo.
He was Nemo. He was that. Right. He was. Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's because Del Toro, he uses him in everything. Like in I think it was in Hellboy, he was like 3 different characters. Same thing with Pan's Labyrinth. He was the Pale Man too. Yeah. And it's kind of funny because he spoke on like. He never gets freaked out by his characters, but the performance of the Pale Man, even he was like, "Oh, like that's creepy." But it's like I didn't know like some of the stuff, like how much work went into like creating them and stuff, and like hearing like, "Oh yeah, like I pull like 18, 20 hours a day."
Yeah, for sure.
And like not just for makeup, but for like the acting as well. Like I guess for like the Angel of Death, I think it was Hellboy.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. They had a rig on him with the wings. And Del Toro like realized that he was bleeding, like his back was messed up because of the wings, and he was like, "Yo, we need to fix this. Like that's cut."
Yeah.
But I was like, "Holy crap!" And there was like another guy too that had like 130-pound suit on him.
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy crap!" I'm like, cool, that's awesome, but like, dang.
Yeah.
Like the physicality of it is just nuts.
Yeah, it's and he spoke too on like it's still like practical creature effects, but it's kind of overlaid with CGI, so it's a blend. I guess that's how we're going to see things. Like pure CGI never quite gets it, but yeah, I can see using practical effects with some CGI overlay.
Oh yeah, I think it's better that you keep the practical effects though.
Yeah,
like CGI is great, but like seeing the work and stuff that everybody puts into it, it's like you can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully my head doesn't get in the shot.
Uh-oh. He's moving the mic again.
Risky business.
Yeah. All right. Well, that brings us to our main topic for this episode, which is some of our favorite B movies. Not the Jerry Seinfeld B movie. Let's make that clear right now. We are not touching the Jerry Seinfeld B movie.
Do you have like a hate on for like the B movie?
It's
that was
weird.
It is.
It's weird.
A grown woman falling in love with a bee.
Yeah.
How did they pitch that?
What's this with all the attractive bees?
You ever notice?
You ever notice how attractive bees are?
What is the deal with
all these attractive bees?
I almost went Obama on that one. That was weird.
Yeah, it was a little. Okay.
Who wants to start this one?
I can go first, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Tried to dig up some fun facts, but really couldn't pull up anything. So I'm just going to talk about the movie and the movie itself. First one, The Stuff.
Oh, such a good one.
Great movie. See if I can. There we go. Basically, these two old dudes find this stuff, kind of like a yogurty, ice cream texture kind of
stuff,
slurry stuff. Yeah, and they package it, and then they get real famous, and the stuff turns out to be basically a life form that the more you eat of it, the more it takes over your body. Very much kind of like almost like a nod to Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Okay.
While being a bit of a social commentary on 1980s consumerism. And yeah, it's just a good time. It's, yeah, if you want to watch people kind of turn, not really zombies, but definitely overtaken.
Yeah.
By the said stuff. And this detective has to crack the case and bring the corporation down.
Not to be confused with The Right Stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Very different.
Whole different movie.
Although a crossover is in the works.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
I would like to see that.
It's not at all.
The one thing that, because this movie was really great, but, why would you discover something and then be like, yo, we should sell it for food?
Yeah, you're at
that's
work.
A little weird.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to get it. You go to the FDA or whatever they.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I found this stuff coming out of the ground.
So what's it made of?
On its own
Stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's all natural.
I won't lie, though, watching it, though, after watching it, I kind of avoided yogurt for a while. I was like, nope, I'm good.
Completely understandable. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So any weird
goo?
Yeah, gooey stuff you have in your fridge, it's going to get you.
So, long story.
Clean out your fridge.
Yeah. Clean out your fridge and don't eat stuff oozing from the ground if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, if you see something white and kind of fluffy and moving, don't eat it.
No. Don't eat it. Don't do it.
Just as a general rule.
Just don't.
Just don't. What about you, Mike? What you got?
Well, for B movies, I had to go with Evil Dead 2.
Nice.
Now, a lot of people think that Evil Dead 2 is a kind of a comedic remake of the first one. It's not quite like they reshot the initial scenes, how Ash got to the cabin because they couldn't get the rights to their own footage from the first movie.
Oh, is that why they did it?
So that's why it almost appears to be like a remake of.
Yeah.
It almost didn't get made, but Stephen King stepped in.
What?
He heard that they were having trouble getting finances and made some calls. And that's why we got Evil Dead 2, because Stephen King stepped in and helped Sam Raimi produce it.
Thanks, Stephen King.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Fun little fact. Of course, there's a chainsaw hand in the movie.
Yes, iconic.
Yeah. The smoke from the chainsaw isn't actually chainsaw smoke. It's actually tobacco smoke, just people smoking off
camera.
And apparently Evil Dead 4 is supposed to start filming in New Zealand this year. I don't think Ash is going to be the protagonist, the main protagonist, though. I think they're doing a handing of the torch thing.
He's at least got to make a cameo.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think the audience would tolerate.
They did that Evil Dead remake about 10 years ago. Remember, it was a modern Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was good. It was gory as hell.
But this one's going to be called Evil Dead 4, so I'm assuming it's in that same Evil Dead universe, like of the original movies. But
yeah, like it'd be weird if they jumped into like the new universe of Evil Dead with Evil Dead 4.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. As long as Bruce Campbell's in at least a cameo, I'll watch
I know he's producing it.
Okay,
least.
good.
Yeah, so
he's got a hand in it.
You'll have that vision.
Awesome.
Ash versus the Evil Dead is great.
Oh, it's such a good one.
So good.
Yeah. Plus, Xena's in it.
Yeah, Xena, Lucy Lawless. What up?
Like, come on, man.
The original Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Sort of.
You always manage. Sneak that in there somewhere.
It's a Genophile.
A little bit.
Everyone is, come on.
Yeah, fair.
She could Sparta kick you through the closest window.
That is true.
And look hot while doing it.
So,
yep. Rachel.
All right, I guess that's me. So, well, yeah, you just said Rachel. Okay, wow, Rachel's not up yet. Give me a second here.
Should I refer to you as something else?
No, it's good. It threw. I don't know why. I blanked on who I was. So
that's not good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Having an existential crisis on camera.
Maybe, I don't know. Welcome to the Media Minute. We have existential crisis. But yeah, my first B movie is Black Sheep.
Oh, it's a fun film.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Basically, it's from the synopsis that I found on is it BD or DB? DB. Okay.
Database.
Yeah.
Database. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Anyways, from the synopsis I found was it's an experiment in genetic engineering turns harmless sheep into bloodthirsty killers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't get you excited, there are were-sheep.
Yep.
Were-sheep.
Were-sheep.
What else do you need?
Were-sheep. But I think my favorite part is when the guy first turns into the were-sheep, and instead of the classic "Aroo," you hear "bah," and you're like, what? It just takes you out of the moment. Because you're like, oh my god, because the special effects are really wicked. Which, by the way, is done by the same production house who did the Lord of the Rings trilogy special effects.
Wow.
So
New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand's
rocking
killing
it.
But I actually found a lot of fun facts on this. Apparently, what was it? Where did I go here? There's a real life amputee. There's one scene where the sheep at the beginning of the movie, a sheep bites off a guy's leg.
Yeah.
They found somebody who didn't have that leg and was like, "Yo, would you want to do it?" And he was like, "Heck yeah!"
Sure.
So they just pulled it off, and so they didn't have to do extra special effects for it, which I thought was really cool. And it won 2 awards at the New Zealand Film and TV Awards for achievement in sound design and makeup.
Nice.
So that's always cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're into ridiculous were-sheep comedy horror, this is the movie for you.
Yeah.
I found out you can either watch this on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes.
I'm sold. I've already seen it, but I'm sold.
I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Black Sheep.
Okay.
Check it out.
Cool.
Chris?
Kind of an accidental thread here, because you got, what was your first one?
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead 2.
New Zealand getting a lot of love.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because this is a Canadian/Kiwi production.
CanCon.
Yeah, CanCon.
Kind of.
Boom.
Can Kiwi?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's go with
Let's do it.
But Turbo Kid, young dude, kind of a scavenger. Post-apocalyptic world. And it's just this young dude living on his own, getting by one day at a time. Meets a girl, and the bad guys. I don't want to give it away, but
Bad guys are bad.
yeah, the bad guys are bad. Basically, it's a Mad Max with BMX bikes.
Yeah. What more would you want?
Yeah, so if you're looking for BMXs, robots.
I see Michael Ironside.
Michael Ironside
That's the
is
selling
in
point
this.
for me.
Yep.
Total Recall, original one.
What else is he from? I feel
Starship Troopers.
that's it. Okay, I'm I know I've seen him somewhere else.
RoboCop.
Yep.
Like the OG RoboCop?
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
He was also the voice for Sam Fisher for Splinter Cell.
nice.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Ironside. If you need some Michael Ironside in your life.
Oh, and V, that series about the aliens.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's a
That's a
that's
good
going
one.
back
That's a
bit.
throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just if you like, it's very much a love letter to 1980s kind of post-apocalyptic movies.
I love it.
Yeah, that's really about it. Mad Max on BMX bikes. So if you're looking for BMXs and swing sets and buzzsaws and decapitations, and this movie is insanely gory in the best of ways.
Nice.
To a cartoonish extent. Like, they go over the top.
Yeah.
So if you want buckets of blood, and actually a really charming love story, too. It kind of tugs at the heartstrings.
Yeah,
There's some ups and downs.
it had some good lines and stuff in it too, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And the girl who plays, the girl is just adorable, and instantly it's like, okay, I get it. The chemistry between the two characters is great.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned buckets of blood, so it's time for the segway.
Oh,
Segway. Oh, you missed.
No, I'm switching it up.
Oh,
No.
okay, fine.
I'm spitballing. Come on.
Yeah, because in the next movie I'm talking about, they used 24 gallons of fake blood
Hey.
to shoot it.
That's a lot of blood.
Reanimator from 1985.
Fantastic.
yeah.
movie.
It's very loosely adapted based on a short story by H.P. Lovecraft.
Yep.
Oh,
Like
that-
they kind of just share the name,
Yeah.
and that's about it. It's credited as the first film to use glow sticks for effects. It was used for the reagent or kind of the magic liquid, which brought back kind of the undead.
I could see that.
Oh, that's wild. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
You're a talking head. Get a job in a circus.
It's another fun fact. The building that they used for the medical school in the film was actually the same building that they used for Cyberdyne headquarters in Terminator 2.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yep. And of course, Jeffrey Combs is in it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
my man.
yeah.
My man.
He played
Deep
it.
Space Nine.
Deep Space
We
Nine.
got to bring it back to
Everything.
Deep Space Nine.
Everything goes back to Deep
Everything
Space Nine.
connects to Deep
Everything
Space
that
Nine.
matters
Yeah.
goes back
Yes.
to Deep Space
I don't know.
Nine.
You played like 4 or 5 parts in Deep Space Nine as well.
Yeah. Oh man, like way
Just like Star Trek and like the kind of the 90s Star Trek. He showed up a bunch of times, playing different characters.
He was in a Frighteners with Peter Jackson movie with Michael J.
yeah.
Fox. He's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was filmed in 18 days.
Really?
18 days?
Yeah.
I can see that. It's pretty close. It's very confined.
Yeah.
That's still impressive, though. Like, that's a short amount of time to film.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it was 16 days for principal filming and then 2 days of kind of pickups and reshoots.
Crazy.
wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, they just went through it. Didn't really mention the plot. It's about a guy who starts reanimating corpses. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
He starts with a cat and moves his way up.
Yeah.
Was that Toby Hooper?
I can't remember.
I think.
I'm looking it up because I'm come prepared.
Yep.
So
Unlike
you
me.
guys-
Well,
Give
he's
me a-
doing that.
yeah, just give me a
Rachel, what do you
second
got what do you got for us for your next movie?
Oh, I can go.
Oh,
Wait, I'm confused on the order. Who's next?
I don't know.
I don't-
It's probably.
I think
okay.
we're trying to figure out if. It,
No, I jumped
we-
off from you, so it's Rachel's turn.
All right. Well,
I don't
I'll look
know.
it up while you're talking.
We're professionals.
yeah, we know what we're doing.
Pre-prod people.
Anyways,
It's
this
very
one, I remember watching, and I was actually freaked out for a while. I don't know what it was about clowns, but clowns are just scary things sometimes, especially when they're killer clowns from outer space.
For sure.
One of the best movies ever made.
Absolutely. It was actually done in 1988, and the synopsis, if you haven't seen it, is basically aliens who look like clowns come from outer space and terrorize a small town. And if you haven't seen this and you're a big fan of B movies, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
go
only
watch
hurting
this,
yourself.
like, right now. You can actually watch it on YouTube or Google Play. You do have to rent it, though, for like $5, but it's well
worth it, yeah.
Just buy a copy.
But yeah, like,
It's worth it.
the crazy thing about this that I found out, like I found so many fun facts about this that I was kind of shocked. I was like, wow, they know a lot. The guy who did the music, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. I probably should have wrote that down. He went to the studio to give them the master tapes, and the studio was like, this is going to bomb, right? Like, this is going to be a terrible movie, and just like completely dogging it. And the music guy just looked at him and he's like, yeah, but you don't have to like it, but I know people will love it. And he was right. A lot of people do love it. It's a cult classic.
Yeah, it took a couple years to catch on, but
Oh, I still though, like, even though it took a couple years, like everybody knows
It's
this
a cult
movie now.
movie.
I
Yeah.
watched that movie probably like once a week when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Not even kidding.
It's such a good film.
That explains so much.
It does. Like,
It explains my fantasies of turning people into cotton candy.
yeah. Oh, that freaked me out. Actually, speaking of the
Being a
cotton
balloon
candy and
animal
stuff, they had a $2 million budget.
Yep.
For like the 80s, that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But like the crazy thing that I found out was that it was all used for production costs, like the visual effects and the clown makeup and stuff. They did it for like no money,
Peanuts.
Yeah.
like nothing. They were able to do that. They just pull that out and be like, you know what, we got it, and they just did it on their own, and it worked out really
Their
well.
costumes are amazing.
Yeah.
Looks
But
so good.
they were nominated for Saturn Awards for Best Music and Best Costumes because, let's be real, those things were terrifying.
Yeah.
And another cool thing that I found out was that the music for the entry of Clownzilla, or like the King Clown, it was originally written for the trailer for Friday the 13th Part 6. And then what happened was they listened to it, they're like, let's go with something a little bit more,
Yeah.
I guess cliche.
Ice cream trucky.
Yeah, and then this movie was coming out, and they were like, we really want to use it, and now it's like the iconic theme for Kingzilla.
Yeah.
Or Clownzilla, not Kingzilla. King Clownzilla, or whatever it is.
Clownzilla.
Yeah.
Big clown.
Big clown, the big guy. But
The final boss.
Yep.
yeah, but it's like a super fun movie. Ridiculous lines like throughout the movie. Like
Yeah, the lick a stick.
it's just ridiculous.
It's one of those movies where everybody looks like they're having fun.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
totally.
it's like you wanted to be on that set.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Go watch it.
Do it.
I told you where to watch it, so please go do that.
it.
Thank you, Mike.
Do it.
But yeah, that's my second one.
Chris.
Reanimator, not directed by Tobe Hooper.
Oh,
Just to clarify.
Okay.
This is just one of the best movies ever made. I don't care who you are. Black Dynamite.
Heck yeah.
Amazing. It's 100% a spoof on exploitation movies of the 70s, like Superfly, Shaft,
Yeah.
Dolomite.
Blackula.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. It's just, like, it's so funny that they even take the time to do the kind of jokes like I appreciate when movies they're kind of self-aware.
Yeah.
So there'd be shots where the boom gets into the shot, you'll bump into it.
Yeah.
Or
I
there'd be
appreciate
like
that.
continuity errors where like there'd be a tear on the lady's cheek in one shot, and they'll cut away, then cut back, the tear's gone.
Yeah. They know their source material.
Definitely. If you like, I would put this kind of in a class of like Naked Gun kind of spoofs.
Yeah.
Well, like-
very self-aware.
like the back of the thing says the best piece of cinematic satire since The Naked Gun.
Yeah,
So
there you go. Even the box tells you.
I miss those like satirical movies.
I do too.
Like
I
Airplane.
think. Yeah. I think what killed them was like the whole like disaster movie and like the horror movie, like
epic movie,
yeah, epic movie.
scary movie.
I think that's kind of what killed that.
Well, they ain't dead yet.
Yeah.
Because this movie's amazing. You almost gotta kind of watch it a couple times to catch all the jokes.
Yeah, like they kind of jam-packed it. It was like you were watching it, you're like, oh my god, this is funny. Then you can watch it again and find something you didn't see the first time. And you're like, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, like-
what?
Like, there's a bar scene where like he's kicking the crap out of like all these guys, and he's like has his nunchucks, throws them off camera, and then they come flying back like a minute later. It's just little
That's
things like
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I don't know where you can find this actually, to be honest.
I would say probably Amazon.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's your
most
best
likely.
bet.
It's probably online somewhere.
But yeah, such a good film.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna go watch it.
he's absorbed with it now.
If
Yeah.
Chris is
Dynamite.
leaving, he's gonna go watch this.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack is almost its own character. The soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you're into 70s soul and funk,
Oh yeah.
Black Dynamite's got you covered.
Nice.
A little offensive, just a heads up.
Yep. My third movie.
Watch it to find out what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Is Evolution. Came out in 2001. It's kind of a spiritual successor to Ghostbusters. It's directed by Ivan Reitman. You know, it's about kind of like some slubby scientists taking care of a world-ending threat. It was originally supposed to be a serious science fiction film, though, but Ivan Reitman is like, no, we're going to rewrite this as a comedy.
I like it.
Of course, you got David Duchovny, Orlando Bloom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got quite a few people.
David Duchovny, what's he up to nowadays?
I'm not sure.
Just hanging out?
Wasn't there like a recent X-Files movie?
thought there
Or like a series or something, and like it just died.
I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of went boop.
Yeah. Went that.
Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. Fun fact, it was shot near Christmas, so the production company asked the residents to delay putting up their lights so like it wouldn't like interfere with the shoots. But after they finished shooting, the company paid city workers overtime to decorate the town.
Oh wow.
So it wasn't just like, no, you can't put up your lights.
So they weren't just
they
being.
made up for it.
That's good.
It's got a couple of connections to the Silence of the Lambs universe.
What?
Ted Levine's in it. Of course, he played Buffalo Bill.
Oh,
and
wow.
you have Julianne Moore, who played Clarice in the Hannibal.
Nice.
Yep. So
There you go.
Yeah.
That's wicked. Actually, speaking of Silence of the Lambs, who do you think did a better job? Jodie Foster or Julianne Moore?
Oh, Jodie Foster.
Got to go with
obviously.
Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah, no contest.
Yeah.
It's
I think
not even close.
I do think like Moore definitely gave it like a solid try, but it's kind of awkward watching it, and then you're like, that's not Clarice.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Sidetrack.
We're up to what, 3 Clarices now? Because that's
Oh,
new
yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
But if you like Ghostbusters, check this one out. It's kind of the same thing. Slubby scientists trying to save the world. It's comedic. They did a cartoon at one point too, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Nice.
That's my third one.
Whatever happened to the new Ghostbusters? Did that ever come out?
No, not yet. They've delayed it again.
Really?
We're still waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like that meme where it's like the skeleton and it's like waiting for. I feel like that's
or that guy who's just like it's shots of him like just standing. It's like,
yeah,
I think it's Pablo Escobar or something. Yeah, he's just standing and waiting.
They did another one with Quentin Tarantino for that too.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I feel like we're at that point. Just all the movies just waiting. Just
yep.
Okay.
Sometime movies will come out.
Yeah,
again.
2022 is just gonna be flooded.
Yeah,
I am so excited.
I don't know
if theaters ever open up again.
Yeah.
Well, around here.
Still looking forward to Mortal Kombat, which is coming out in a couple months. So.
Yeah, that's gonna look good. Or that's gonna
still kind of disappointed by the lack of Johnny Cage, though. Anyway,
it is kind of strange. Though.
Rachel, you got one more?
Yes, I do. And it's Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yeah,
Paul Walker.
Classic. It's so good. Came out in 1994, and the synopsis is a little bit longer, so give me a solid second here.
Sure.
So an evil scientist implants the brain of Michael, who's played by a young Paul Walker.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not Paul Walker. Okay.
Yeah, so you're good. A murdered high school student, he put the brain into a T-Rex is essentially what happened.
Yep.
And then the T-Rex gets mad, and he decides to take it out on his high school tormentors, and is reunited with his high school sweetheart, Tammy, who is played by a young Denise Richards. It seemed like it was probably some of their first films, I would assume.
I would say so. Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. Like, a giant T-Rex out for revenge. What more do you want?
Animatronic?
Yeah, and it was like, none of it was CG. It was like a legit T-Rex. And I actually found out how that happened. So this guy owned a amusement park in Texas, but he had this animatronic T-Rex from Brazil.
Yep.
As one does.
Just as amusement park people
I have two in my backyard.
Really? Wow. I got to get on that.
So much clutter.
Yeah, and he talked to the director, and the director was like, yeah, that's super cool that you have this thing. And the guy was like, well, do you want to make a movie with it? And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I want this to be in a movie. I'll give it to you for 2 weeks if you can make a movie. So he wrote a script in 1 week, and the entire time they were on set, he kept asking people, he's like, if you have any ideas, please help me.
I am hard up.
Because he was asking everybody, because he was like, just super like, I don't know what to do with this. And they only had the T-Rex for 2 weeks, so filming in total took 3 for the rest of it. And like everything.
And it shows, but in a good way.
But like another fun thing, or not fun, I guess, not for the stuntman anyways, but like a stuntman apparently got bit by a jaguar.
I don't even think there's
I don't remember there being a jaguar in the film.
But it's just random jaguar biting.
I guess so. Yeah. Like they had a loose jaguar and this guy got bit.
Well, I guess like on the outskirts of like LA, they got like mountain lions and stuff.
Yeah, not a jaguar. That's not a mountain lion.
Not a jaguar, but I'm trying to
like piece it.
I don't know.
I'm trying to meet him halfway.
Joe Exotic was there.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's what it was. Tiger King just showed up.
Remember this time last year when everybody was watching Tiger King?
I rewatched it recently, and I'm still sitting there like,
I cannot financially recover from this.
Basically. But if you are looking to watch it, you can watch it on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
And I think it comes with the Prime subscription, so you don't have to rent it or anything.
And Shudder.
Oh, that too.
Which is kind of Amazon Prime, but kind of not.
You have to pay for the subscription.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, don't be like me and confuse this film with T-Rex, which was Whoopi Goldberg and an animatronic T-Rex fighting crime.
See, that also sounds very epic, though.
This is very B movie. I think it's like considered one of the worst movies, actually.
There's definitely some overlap. This just has a lot more violence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like.
They restored at least the version on Shudder. They restored all the gore they had to take out.
Well, see, because originally they had it like shot where it was all gory, but then it's like they're like, oh, we need a PG-13 rating, so they took it all out, and then the Italian dub had all the gore. Somebody found it, and they're like, this is amazing, and so they restored it to the English, the original.
Nice.
And all was well.
And then everything was fine.
Peace
in the
was
universe
restored.
But I had a lot of fun watching this movie. It's so good.
It sounds like a
so
fun
good.
movie, yeah.
But if you're into T-Rexes, revenge, and young love, it's just a movie for you.
Do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And weird doctors.
Yeah, really weird doctors. Like, what doctor looks at a high school student and is like, I'm going to put that in a T-Rex? Like,
that's a very reanimator thing.
Yeah.
Herbert West.
Very.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was him. It all makes sense.
It's Herbert West all along.
It's Jeffrey Combs. He's in everything.
Did you know he's in Deep Space Nine?
No.
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs.
Really?
Yeah, he was in the Reanimator. He was also in Deep Space Nine.
You know how you guys were literally saying we always go back to Deep Space Nine?
This is us going back to Deep Space Nine. Also, he plays Ratchet in one of the more recent Transformers cartoons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is a doctor, like the Transformer doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of weird.
I'm going to find a way to work in an Iggy Pop tie-in to Deep Space Nine.
We'll do it.
I haven't done it yet. But yeah, Iggy Pop was on Deep Space Nine for I think just one episode.
Yeah, it's...
Between the two of you, the amount of stuff I have learned about Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, just watch. That's all you gotta do is watch Deep Space Nine.
Watch Deep Space Nine.
Educate yourself on DS9.
Well, coming up to the end, anyone else have seen or read anything that they want to bring up?
Daniel Isn't Real.
Yes.
Shudder.
Yes.
Again.
Incredible movie. Really messed up premise. They kind of hit the gas pedal right out of the gates. They didn't let up until the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was a little over the top. I did like it.
Oh, there were certain scenes that were really uncomfortable for me. There's one scene.
Just do it.
Okay,
maybe we should tell them what the movie's about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
give
sorry.
us a synopsis.
So basically, Luke, our main character,
Arnold Schwarzenegger's son,
Patrick Schwarzenegger played Daniel. Miles Robbins, who's Tim Robbins' son, played Luke.
So a bit of a dynasty cast.
Yeah, a little bit. But anyway, so Luke, when he was younger, he came up with an imaginary friend because he was a lonely kid and he had a really big imagination. And his name is Daniel, and he's very charismatic. He's very suave and everything Luke I think wants to be.
Yeah,
is what I kind of got from it. And then something tragic happens, and he has to lock Luke away. Daniel away. My bad, got names mixed up. And then Luke goes through a crazy family trauma and brings back Daniel, and everything's going fine. And then further down in the movie, they realize Daniel's not really a good guy. This guy's messed up.
He's kind of a prick.
Yeah, and I liked everything about the movie. There was a few things that I didn't like the ending for me kind of left a little bit to be desired. But for the most part, it was a really, really good movie. It came out in 2019. If you're really into psychological thriller, horror, fantasy,
with a dash of Fight Club.
Yeah, a little bit.
It has the whole Tyler Durden
Well, as you're describing it, I started thinking Fight Club.
Oh, absolutely. But some of the scenes were really messed up. Daniel. Oh, how do I explain this without?
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, how do I do this? Because I feel like it's a pretty pivotal scene, so I don't want to.
Well, you can just edit it out later.
Edit it out, but anyways, there's a scene where Luke's body gets I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, then that's fine.
Just tried.
Yeah. I tried, but I was it's a pretty pivotal thing. I don't want to be the spoiler guy because that's his job.
Yep.
So,
Chris, you got anything new you want to talk about? Anything that you're currently watching, or?
I got nothing.
No.
What about you, Mike?
I'm buying old Xbox One games. That's what I'm doing nowadays.
Do it.
Mortal Kombat 10.
Nice.
Got Gears of War 5.
Tekken.
Tekken. Yeah, I got the Tekken 7.
My man.
Yeah, we kind of abandoned the video game thing.
Sorry,
so
guys.
Shout out to Xbox.
Well, I started watching Resident Alien. It's got Alan Tudyk or whatever his name is. The guy who played Walsh on Firefly. He was the pirate guy in Dodgeball.
Okay, yeah.
He was the voice of the chicken in Moana.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Was he actually? He was Hey Hey?
He was Hey Hey. But it's apparently it's based on a comic book series. It's about an alien who crashes on Earth, and he becomes a doctor in a small town. And
as one does.
Yeah. And this guy, he hates humanity. There's this small kid that can actually see his alien form, so he's got an ongoing rivalry with this kid who actually knows what he is.
That's hilarious.
And he does a fantastic job of looking like someone that's been inhabited by an alien. He looks very uncomfortable in his skin and makes all sorts of inappropriate comments or stuff like that. So it's currently running on CTV, I think, if you're Canadian.
Okay, cool.
So I watched the first 4 episodes, I think, in a block yesterday, and they're 40-minute episodes each. So
nice.
Definitely been enjoying that.
I love that he's an alien that hates humans and decided to be a doctor.
Yeah. Well, what happens is that he's in this small Colorado town.
Yeah.
he like kills the original doctor and takes over kind of his body. And then the police come and they're like, hey, there was a murder in town, so we need you two to like do an autopsy.
Oh.
So like he's dragged out to do this, and he's trying to fit in and everything. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
Yeah.
And that pretty much wraps up this edition of Media Minute. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, do all the little internet thingies that you got to do. Comment. Let us know what you think. We need some comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been thinking about making a Twitter account for this podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast? Yeah, I guess it's a podcast.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
What do you think? Should we do it?
I think.
Yeah. I'll look into it.
Anyway.
All right. Just I get some feedback on that one.
I'm Michael Forward.
I'm Chris Raczkowski.
And I'm Rachel Edge.
We'll see you next time.